Odds. Deal. They shake hands. The woman takes one candle, comes back with a small cloth bag. Your mother checks it. Dried peas. Looks like maybe 3/4 of a cup, actually. Honest measure. That's rare. The second candle goes to an old man who offers cornmeal, about the same amount as the peas. Now you've got something for dinner tonight and tomorrow. Maybe the next day if you stretch it. Your father is sitting on a stump near the shelter, talking to Heinrich and 2 other men. They're discussing something serious. You can tell by their faces. You drift closer to listen. River's been frozen for near 3 weeks now, one man is saying. Some folks been skating, but I heard the ice cracked yesterday near the town docks. People were on it? Heinrich asks. About 20. They all made it off, but just barely. Could have been bad. Your father shakes his head. Fools. Ice on a river is never safe, always moving underneath. Tell that to kids, the man says. They don't listen. Peter Kalm wrote about this. People skating on the Delaware River, how it froze solid in Philadelphia, how people set up booths on the ice selling brandy and food. Then the ice broke up and everyone ran for their lives. It sounded exciting when you read it, less exciting when you're hearing about people almost drowning in freezing water. The Dawsons lost their boy, another man says quietly. 2 days ago. Everyone goes silent. Which one? Your father asks. The middle one, James. He was 11. How? Fever, same as everyone else. Just took him fast. Your stomach drops. You know James Dawson. Played with him at the barn raising last summer. He taught you how to skip stones on the creek. Now he's dead. Just like that. His parents? Your father asks. Broken, the man says. They buried him yesterday. Ground was so frozen they had to build a fire just to thaw it enough to dig. Nobody speaks for a minute. What do you say to that? Nothing. There's nothing to say. Death is just part of winter. You drift away from the men. Their conversation is too heavy, too real. Near the shelter you see a group of kids, maybe 6 or 7 of them, all around your age or younger. One of them waves at you. It's the Fletcher boy, the one with the frozen mouse. Hey, he calls, come here. You walk over. The kids are gathered around something on the ground. It's a circle drawn in the snow. Inside the circle are 5 stones. We're playing knucklebones, the Fletcher boy explains. Want in? You haven't played a game in months. Forgot games existed. Sure, you say. The rules are simple. Throw a stone up, grab as many stones from the circle as you can before catching the first stone. Most stones wins. You're terrible at it. Your fingers are too cold, too stiff. You drop stones. Miss catches. The other kids aren't much better, but you're all laughing. Actually laughing. When the Fletcher boy drops a stone and it bounces off his foot, everyone loses it. It feels good to laugh. Feels like being human again instead of just surviving. A girl about Martha's age joins the game. She's good, really good. Catches 4 stones in one grab. Where'd you learn that, you ask? My grandmother taught me, she says. Back in England, before she died. Oh, sorry, you say. She shrugs. Everyone dies. At least she got to be old first. Can't argue with that logic. You play for maybe half an hour, until your fingers are so numb you literally can't feel the stones anymore. The sun is past its peak now. Afternoon. People are starting to pack up their trade goods. The gathering is winding down. Your mother finds you. Time to go. Your father's exhausted. Your father looks terrible, sitting on Bess, swaying slightly. The trip here took everything he had, but he's smiling. Good day, he says. Saw people, traded goods, felt normal. Your mother helps steady him on the horse. You start the long walk home. About halfway back, you hear shouting. It's coming from the direction of the river. The Delaware River is maybe 1/4 mile east of the road you're on. Someone's in trouble, your mother says. Your father tries to dismount. Your mother stops him. You stay here, William, go look, but don't get close to the ice. You run toward the shouting. Through trees, over a small hill, the river comes into view, and there, about 30 feet from shore, is a boy. standing on ice. He's maybe 12, and he's stuck. The ice around him is cracked, spiderweb cracks spreading out in every direction. He's standing perfectly still because any movement might send him through. On the shore, a woman is screaming, "Don't move, just don't move." That must be his mother. Other people are gathering, someone has a rope. They're trying to figure out how to reach him without more people going onto the ice. Heinrich is there. Of course he is. He's always there when someone needs help. He's tied the rope around his waist. 2 other men are holding the other end. "I'm coming," Heinrich yells to the boy. "Stay still." He steps onto the ice, tests his weight. The ice holds. He takes another step, then another. The ice groans. This deep creaking sound like the earth is complaining. Heinrich freezes. "Back up," someone yells. "It won't hold." But the boy is still out there, still stuck. You watch Heinrich make a choice. You can see it on his face. Go forward and maybe die. Go back and definitely let the boy die. He goes forward step by careful step. The ice groans with each movement. The cracks spread wider. He's maybe 10 feet from the boy now. "Reach out," Heinrich says. "As far as you can." The boy extends his arm, shaking, terrified. Heinrich extends his arm. Their fingers are about 6 inches apart. "You have to move," Heinrich says. "1 step, just 1. "I can't," the boy whimpers. "You can. 1 step. I'll catch you." The boy takes a breath, lifts his foot. The ice cracks, not breaks, just cracks, loud, sharp, but it holds. The boy takes the step, reaches, grabs Heinrich's hand. Heinrich pulls him close, wraps an arm around him. "Now we walk," Heinrich says. Slowly, together. They move as one unit. Step, pause, step, pause. The ice keeps groaning. You're holding your breath. Everyone on shore is holding their breath. Step, pause, step, pause. They're 5 feet from shore when you hear it. A crack. Not like before. Louder, deeper. The ice under Heinrich's back foot gives way. He doesn't fall through, not completely, but his leg goes in, up to his knee in black water. The boy screams. The men on shore pull the rope. Hard, fast. Heinrich and the boy get dragged forward, across the ice, sliding on their stomachs. They reach shore, hands grab them, pull them up onto solid ground. The boy's mother is crying, holding him, checking him for injuries. Heinrich is sitting on the ground. His leg is soaked, already starting to freeze. "Get him to a fire," someone says. "Now." 2 men help him up, start walking him toward the nearest house. That's the Henderson place. About half a mile. You run back to your mother and father. Tell them what happened. Your father nods slowly. Heinrich is a good man, a very good man. He almost died, you say. Yes, that's what makes him good. You don't really understand that, but you don't argue. The rest of the walk home is quiet. Everyone's thinking about what almost happened. That boy could have died. Heinrich could have died. And for what? Because some kid decided to walk on river ice that wasn't solid enough. But Heinrich went anyway. That's what neighbors do here. They risk everything for each other. Because everyone knows it could be them next time. Their kid on the ice, their family starving, their house burning. Help your neighbor today. Maybe they'll help you tomorrow. That's the deal. Back at the cabin, Martha and Samuel have kept the fire going strong. Samuel is excited to hear about the gathering. "Did you bring anything back?" he asks. Your mother shows him the peas and cornmeal. His face falls. "That's it?" "That's it. I thought there would be more." Everyone's struggling, Samuel. Nobody has extra. He goes quiet. Your father collapses onto his mattress. The trip exhausted him. He's asleep in seconds. Your mother makes dinner. The peas boiled with a little salt. It's thin, watery, but it's warm. You tell Martha about the ice, about Heinrich and the boy. Is Heinrich okay? She asks. I think so. They got him to a fire fast. He could have died. Yeah. Would you have done that? Gone out on the ice? You think about it. Really think about it. I don't know, you admit. I want to say yes, but I don't know. Martha nods. Me neither. That night, the wind howls harder than usual. Snow starts falling again, not heavy, but steady. You lie on your mattress and think about that boy on the ice. About Heinrich walking toward him knowing the ice might break, about what it means to be brave. You used to think brave meant not being scared. Now you know better. Brave means being scared and doing it anyway. Heinrich was scared. You saw it on his face, but he went anyway. That's bravery. You pull your blanket tighter. The patched breeches scratch your leg. The cabin creaks in the wind. But everyone's here. Everyone's alive. May and Betty are in their shelter. Your father is breathing steady. Your mother is banking the fire. This is another day survived, another small victory. You close your eyes and try to sleep. Try not to think about cracking ice and black water. Try not to think about how easily everything can go wrong. Just sleep, like you're doing right now, in your safe bed, where the only water is in a glass on your nightstand, where bravery means trying something new. Not risking your life to save a stranger. Where winter is something you watch through a window, not something that tries to kill you every single day. Just sleep, safe, warm, alive. February arrives with warmer winds. Not warm, just warmer, like the air has decided it's tired of trying to kill you and settles for just making you uncomfortable instead. The snow starts to melt, not all at once, just slow, steady, drip by drip from the roof of the cabin. Your father is up and moving now. Still weak, but functional. He can split wood for short periods before needing to rest, can check on May and Betty without help. Small improvements, but they add up. I think we might make it, he says one morning, not to anyone in particular, just saying it out loud. Your mother touches wood for luck, doesn't say anything, doesn't want to jinx it, but you can see it in her face. Hope, actual hope. The Mullers come by on a Sunday afternoon. All of them. Heinrich, Greta, and all 6 kids. They bring food, real food. Not a lot, but more than you've seen in one place in months. Bread, cheese, some kind of sausage, a small jar of honey. We share, Greta says when your mother tries to refuse, is how we survive, together. The 2 families sit around your fire, 8 adults and kids crammed into your one-room cabin. It should feel crowded. Instead, it feels full, alive. The Muller kids teach Samuel and Martha a German singing game. It involves clapping hands and trying not to laugh. Samuel is terrible at it, but having the time of his life. Heinrich and your father talk about spring planting, what crops to try, where to clear more land. We help each other, Heinrich says. You help me plant, I help you plant. Work goes faster. Your father nods. Deal. They shake hands like it's a business contract. Maybe it is. A contract to survive together. You sit and listen to the adults talk. They're planning, looking forward. That's new. For months, everyone's been focused on just getting through the next day, the next hour. Now they're talking about March, April, May. The river will thaw soon, one of Heinrich's older boys says to you. Then we can fish again. Fish. You'd forgotten fish existed. Real protein, not just thin vegetable soup. You know how to fish? You ask. Father taught me last summer. I'll teach you when the ice breaks. Yeah? Yeah. Is boring to fish alone. The Mullers stay for maybe 2 hours. When they leave, the cabin feels empty, but good empty, like something warm had been there and left a glow behind. That night, your mother uses some of the Mullers' flour to make actual bread, real bread, with yeast and everything. The smell fills the cabin. Samuel keeps asking when it'll be ready. Your mother keeps swatting his hand away from the oven. Soon, she says. Patience. When the bread finally comes out, it's golden, steaming. The crust crackles when your mother cuts into it. She gives everyone a thick slice, warm bread, with a tiny bit of the honey spread on top. You eat it slow. Let each bite melt in your mouth, the sweetness of the honey, the softness of the bread. This is the best thing you've eaten in 4 months, maybe in your whole life. Good? Your mother asks. Samuel just nods. His mouth is too full to talk. Your father is crying, actually crying, tears running down his face as he eats. Sorry, he says, it's good bread, but it's not about the bread, you know that. It's about surviving long enough to eat it, about making it far enough to taste honey again. It's about hope. The next week brings more melting. The icicles hanging from your roof get longer during the day. Drip, drip, drip. Then freeze again at night. But each day, a little less freezes back. Progress. Your father announces you're going to church, the first time in 2 months. Is it safe? Your mother asks. Safe enough. The roads are bad but passable, and we need to see people, need to pray. So Sunday comes and you all get ready. Clean clothes, well, cleaner clothes. Your mother does her best to make everyone presentable. The walk to church takes an hour. The church is about 2 miles south, a simple wooden building with a small steeple. By the time you arrive, maybe 30 people are already there, more than you expected, everyone looking thin and tired, but there, still alive. The service